Okay, I wanted to demonstrate the supercharging. We're at the Walnut Hill location, so very convenient to the highways usually, sometimes in gas station parking lots or hotels. This one here is next to a barbecue joint and a tree house and a coffee shop. But typically 8 to 12 stalls, and these are the urban superchargers, so they either look like this or there's a bigger version. But these are the superchargers. So this one here, the charge port is the charge port is always on the driver's side by the back tail light. So the one I backed into is right there. This supercharger is right by my back right. If you don't like backing up a car, then this one here that I'm currently pointing at would be intended for pulling into this spot here. So if you pulled in here, this would be by the back left of the car, and you could plug in that way. So take a look before you go through all the effort of backing in, because sometimes you back in and you realize you're at the other one. With the superchargers, they just have a little nozzle. Just pick it up. On the nozzle, note this little circle here. When you come to the back tail light, all you do is push that circle and it will remotely open the Tesla. All you do is plug it in. Notice this little Tesla symbol here. As I plug it in, that turns blue and then flashes green. So green means it's charging. And if we look inside the vehicle now, reminder how to get in. You push and pull. Inside the vehicle now, you see it says starting to charge and shows you what the battery level is at. So we're at 106 miles, starting to charge. It recognizes that we are at a supercharger. And down here are some statistics. You'll see these numbers going up as it increases the power. So it's passing through 50 kilowatts and adding 100 miles per hour. And this is an urban supercharger, so it maxes out at 73, I think, kilowatts. So right now you see we're approaching 200 miles per hour added to the vehicle. And it says up here, supercharging time remaining 50 minutes. Now, if you're at a supercharger, you should watch that time there and then tell your phone to set an alarm for 50 minutes, because you cannot, just like at a gas station, you can't put a nozzle in the car and then walk away for a few hours. You pretty much need to be back here within 55 minutes, otherwise Tesla charges us at $24 an hour for being a supercharging stall hog. Now over half of the stalls have to be filled, so if you're the only car sitting there, you wouldn't get charged, but you never know who else is going to show up. This is a location close to downtown, so it actually is pretty busy, and the chance of getting the idle supercharging fee spot is pretty high. So basically, remove the car after 50 minutes and you can just move it to another parking spot, and then you won't have to worry about it anymore. To remove the supercharger, again, you have the green flashing light. By the way, when you lock the car, it locks this adapter into it, so nobody can remove this while the car is locked. But to stop supercharging, you would just push this button, a little circle, and that light will stop flashing green. It'll become blue, and that's when you can pull this out, put it back into the supercharger, and then lately this thing I think has been closing itself, but otherwise if you just sort of push on it lightly, it will close it itself. Or inside the car, you also have the option. Right now it recognizes there's something in there, but here you have the close option when the green circle isn't there. So it knows that the cable's plugged in right now, so close is not an option. But if I had removed the nozzle, then you would be able to close the port from inside the car without pushing on it. That's how to supercharge. Notice we're adding about 275 miles per hour to the car. And so the 50 minutes left to charge this one. The lower the battery is, the faster it charges. So there's really no point if the battery's way up here. There's usually not a point in supercharging just to there, because you probably still have 250 miles left. So anyway, that's supercharging.